Hello. Sorry. Hi guys. I just wanted to do something, you know, like for a repetitive process every day, come through and kind of give you guys something that I'm thinking of. So it's to use hindsight and help create chart logic, understanding technical analysis, and kind of just reviewing the price action within the first opening hours of the day. So today we're going to look at the Dow, and I wanted to just kind of quickly go over what I saw this morning. So before I go ahead and so you actually already saw what this is, right? What's happening here on this object tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and, oh, I should have just kept that one, but I'm going to just do that, whatever, right? And earlier today at the opening candle or the opening push 9:30, we saw something happen. The candle before it, prior, we got a 9:15 bullish engulfing candle that fully engulfs the pre-market, right? As we sit at this form of a resistance here, or support, I should say, right? Where we had it bounce here, as well as act as a resistance prior, in several forms. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and draw this array here. Boom. Right? So that was what made me draw that line there and kind of get an understanding as to where it could go next, right, in its opening hours. Then I'm going to go ahead and then I'm looking at, like, hey, if we're bouncing here, where is the downside maximum point, and then where's the upside maximum point, right? So what it's looking like so far, if we were to go back to this time point right here, opening candles, opening 15 minutes or so, we see this happening where now I'm like, okay, well, how much higher can it really go before it starts to get some resistance? So now I'm looking and I'm saying, like, okay, well, previously we see a bunch of dojis showing indecision, showing, rejection up here at this 3.9 or 329.40 range, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm putting, I keep on clicking the wrong one, keeping my resistance up here as well. So I'm gonna just unclick, I'm gonna unhide them all just so we could see them all, right, for the time being. And I'm saying to myself, well, yes, okay, we can catch this move up to here or potentially even a little bit higher where we saw, some resistance over on this side of town, right? We saw this side of town. So I'm saying to myself, hey, based on what we see prior, we could see it push all the way up to here. In my position, I actually sold before it reached up to here, but, just getting a grip and getting an understanding as to where it can go and how much we're risking to move definitely helps, right? So in that first candle, we usually have a bunch of market noise in the first 5-10 minutes, and that's where you see that push down. But if I come to the 5-minute now and I show you the 1 minute, will show you that initial push down really hard, and then the candles that came in, the ensuing candles that came and recaptured that. The 5-minute candle closed above, right? That was another point that I was looking for. This 5-minute candle, the first 5 minutes of the market, it actually ended up closing above this resistance support line that I had, and I really like that, right? So when it initially pushed up, I actually locked in profits up here, where this range of potential resistance was, because I saw all of this happening, as well as this potentially being something for the short time frame, being a potential resistance for the time being. And looking at it again in hindsight, it looks like it was a perfect quick move from down here, capturing a cool 60 to 70 points of range, 20 basis points or so. And I think all in all, I captured, I believe, 14 or 15 of the basis points in this total move. But that was it, and that was essentially the overall understanding as to where I was using previous time periods, right? Where in this case, last time we were here at this deep, deep bottom case and we started to get a big bullish movement up, where did we travel to initially? We traveled here. We took a pit stop and then we traveled again up there. And that's essentially what occurred here. Last time we were deep down here in the 32850s range, we saw bullish momentum take up. We pushed where? Up to here. As shortly after, we ended up pushing back down, but then continued with a movement up here, right? So that's pretty much like the very blanket, like very vague statement in regards to what happened in today's price action. And like I said, for example, or like I can show in this example, like I'm just moving my line over and the same line gets respected previously as a support instead of a resistance, right? So an old support has now become a new resistance, and we have to keep an eye for that going forward, going into tomorrow, going into the ensuing weeks. It is also still winter, and in the last few days we have about 6 days till Christmas, end of the year. So volume is slowly drying up. So I'm being a bit more cautious on that side because volume is drying up. So the moves that I may be expecting, I need to be more conservative because they may not occur, or if they do occur, they may not ensue within the time period that I believe it will. And I really like to be in and out the markets within the first hour. I'm like to be done by 10:30. So like that's kind of the goal when it comes to what I'm looking for. Taking advantage of the early morning market volatility, and then just locking it up, and then focusing on some other things, right? So that's today's Monday, December 19th chart logic for you all. And feel free to drop any comments or any questions you have down below. I will catch you all in the next one. Agent out.